bad.
$55 people watching.
55 people not paying attention to their mothers.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. Pedro,
Hello.
Mikey, Roser, Jason.
Hello, my friend.
What's going on? Happy Mother's Day to whoever is celebrating Mother's Day today. How are you guys doing?
Not here, definitely.
Not in England, only in Austria?
No. Not. I think it was last weekend here or something like that.
Okay, so happy Mother's Day
You
just
you
to
guys
Jason.
don't have... Okay. Yeah, just to my wife who's not my mother. So
Happy Wife Day.
yeah.
That's every day.
All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome, and thanks everybody watching from home. I'm very pleased today to have on my show as a judge panel, Mr. Pedro Fernandez. What's up, Pedro?
Hello, my dude. All good. I've spoken with you before this, so I don't have much to add. But hey, man, how's everything? Let me do my intro. I'm very glad to be here. Dude, the work is amazing that we've all discussed this. And I'm excited to judge this along with everyone else. So yeah, super happy. Thank you for inviting me, man.
Very happy to have you here.
And
Roser,
Jason, obviously.
welcome
Yeah,
as a judge to my channel. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm excited. It was a very good challenge. I think that Fabio, you are every week doing better, and people is doing better. So I
It's
don't
not
know
me,
when-
it's the artist.
No, but the proposal is.
All right.
I don't know where this will end. I don't know. In 3 months, we'll be like stuck.
You were one of the finalists. Now you're a judge. You are entrusted with the responsibility of, because you can change the life of people or not.
Okay, I have this power. Okay.
Mr.
dude,
Mike
some of my teachers
Pryor.
here watching.
Mike, what's
Hey,
going on,
how's it
man?
going? It's going good. It's going good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks a lot for waking up early to do this.
Yeah.
These images were incredible. They're really good. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in and making Fabio more important than your own mothers for this next 2 hours.
And welcome to Mr. Jason Bergeron, who is on mute now.
I'm writing comments to people
All right.
people were
Okay.
discussing my new haircut because I shaved all my hair off. It was like
Mine continues
completely
growing.
shaggy.
Jason,
And I let my daughter cut it off. So
Jason,
thank you
AKA
everybody for mentioning my
AKA
hair.
James or Joseph or whatever name starts with J.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this week
We're
on
ready.
the channel, we had this challenge called The Cube. Let me just pull up the Instagram account of Mumin. Mumin is actually the artist that lent us the model.
Yeah. I've actually shared his work before on Design Morphine. It's really cool.
It's really good work, huh? I
Yeah.
have his Instagram
Have you
here.
seen Mark Foster Gage? It reminds me a lot of this architect. Very famous.
Maybe. There it
Very,
is.
very similar.
Sorry, I should have prepared
So
this
Pedro,
a little bit
I'm
earlier.
guessing that does Tim work for you? There's a guy named
Timon,
Tim.
yeah. Timon is the guy who's also in the art jams.
But is he Tim Van Wins? Is that his name on YouTube?
Timon, yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
On YouTube, that's
Because
his
he
name.
said he wrote,
His
I heard Pedro is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I dropped him an extra few bucks to just like time some cool stuff. Shit,
Anyway.
man, this guy has some really nice.
Go and give a follow to Mumin. He's a very talented designer, and this week he gave us the 3D model that artists used as an inspiration to start their own artwork. Basically, the topic of today's challenge was to make something with a simple cube. And since Mumin created this beautiful artwork, which I've posted a few days back, done in Houdini, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I've had the chat with him, but I don't know if I asked him this question. And I thought it would have been a cool thing to make that model available for other artists to give it a go and try to create something awesome. And awesome they did, right, judges?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. But let's also remind everybody, Fabio, that wasn't a requirement. You didn't have to use that model. You could. The topic was the cube.
Yes.
And I'm just saying it because we're going to show some images perhaps that don't have that model inside, and people might wonder. Because I think I saw Michael in the comments was worried that he had messed up and not used the model, but I wanted to assure him that he didn't have to. That was
the goal was always to try and be as creative as possible. And if you need a little bit of extra inspiration, or you want to give yourself sort of like a variable or a constraint rather, you can use that model and try to be creative around that model. But if you have an idea that revolved around the topic of the cube or the box, if you like, you could have done that. But anyway, I have received around 76 images. Let me just do a quick...
Yeah, you should do the screen thing right now, like show the images while we're talking.
Yes, a slideshow so that people can see them all. But anyway, it is still, to me, incredible that, these guys, they managed to do such beautiful things in such short time. I mean, some of these images, just by looking at them, I'm like, okay, this might have taken at least 3 to 4 days,
I don't know how they're doing this in a week. I mean, some of these are like very well detailed, very well investigated, and it's really crazy. I think we were all speaking this before how good it is. I myself, it seems like every week the bar keeps going up. So
I was thinking, like, don't tell your clients that you can do this in a week.
Yeah,
keep it a secret on the industry.
Not that fast.
Drokis is saying that next week there might be a sphere, and then a cylinder, and then the grail.
Oh,
I was thinking teapot would be good.
Teapot.
Or the rabbit. There's a rabbit too, right? In the rendering history.
There is the monkey also of Blender.
Yeah, I also wanted to say, Pedro, you're right. And there's a couple people who are doing 2 images every time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Paul is
Literally.
doing, he's done 2 almost every time. And Dorothea, Dorka has also done 2 every time, which is crazy.
Oh,
so, I mean.
Yeah, Paul and Pon. Yeah, and they're very different.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're all like super different to each other.
I guess when you have 2 ideas and you can't pick which one you want to do, you have to do both of them.
Actually, Paul made
multiple.
The idea is that
Mike?
you can only make 1 image of 1 artwork. If you do more than 1 project, then you're free
one
to
theme or one theme.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
No rules, remember?
They're just so beautiful. Look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
They're very good. Very, very good.
Paul, your wife should stop you of doing so many images.
Now,
Just saying.
guys, let me ask you, and feel free to jump in this in answering this question. But when you went through all the images, what were some of the criteria that you used to select your best 10 ones? Because as a reminder to those who are watching from home, each one of you had to pick 10 images that you thought were the best 10, and then I put them together so that we could decide the best 5 together. But what were some of your criteria in deciding the best images?
For me, it was like, first it has to be awesome render, right? Like that was like a main criteria. But I was looking for renderings where the cube in question was integral into the story of the rendering and the rendering itself, meaning that like if you took that object out of the rendering, it would feel naked or incomplete. So I was just really looking for like the best use of that and not like an afterthought. So that was kind of like my main criteria, is like, you know, because there were some that were like, I think they're all amazing renderings, but I think some used that object better versus some like the object could have just been anything else and the rendering would have been just as good.
Okay. Also, guys.
Yeah, it was more.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say, if you keep an eye on the comments and you feel like there is a comment that it's addressed directly to you or that you feel like you want to answer, just jump into the conversation and do so, okay? I'll try to do the same on my end. Sorry, Roser.
No, I said that to me it was more like a general feeling that the render was well composed, the light, that maybe to my own feelings or emotions got me through it. I don't know. More, I went personal. What liked me, like I like, yeah. It was, maybe if you see my pics are super random or I don't know, that doesn't have a straight line. But yeah, I would say that.
Pedro, people want to know what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's already what Mike and Jose said a little bit, but to be honest, we were just discussing this of, I think we all have our own personal takes. I'm quite taken by a certain type of image, and it's very hard to abstract from that. But I did my best to also find other images that kind of are not so much within my personal realm, but originality was one of the big ones. Like just looking how they interpreted a brief, like here's a cube and what you do with it, because and it's not easy to just create something from nothing. Story, as Michael referenced. I also looked at composition, color, and I stole this one from Matthew, which is how it moves me. And I think Jason also said that. and it's how, you know, what does that tell me? Sometimes I like Rosa, I didn't zoom in a lot. It was basically flip through them, first quick analysis, sort the ones that really kind of impacted me, have those sorted, then review those and select again, then review the whole thing again and feel if it's gone the right way. And yeah, that was more or less how I think I looked at it.
Again, there were 76. Sorry, there were 76 images now. They're looping, so they're showing again, but it doesn't matter because I want you guys to finish what you were saying, and then we're gonna go down to the pictures that you guys have already selected as your best top 10.
I would say that also I agree with like what everybody said about the choosing, because but everybody knows how I feel already because I've done this a few times, and I think I say the same thing every time. There shouldn't be any viruses in, like a coronavirus in there. They shouldn't have Fabio's face in it. No,
you get extra point for putting my face in the render.
Yeah.
See, you know, you're making a big mistake if you put Fabio's face in there, because he's not even judging. Okay, he's like not even voting.
Yeah.
You should put in.
A friend of mine who you might know also, Fabio, like from his work, Lee Sauder, who's a concept.
Yes.
He's a senior concept for Player Unknown.
Yes.
And one important thing he told me that I always remembered is like if you can make a cube look good, you can make anything look good. So that was like super appropriate for this.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a really good point.
Surreal 3D said,
all right, guys.
Jason Bergeron, if I get to be in the top 10, please don't flush my render. Let Pedro do it. I'll hate you if you do it again.
Dude, I don't have your soundboard to flush anyone's render.
Pedro, no, you go. You're supposed to say action, and then Fabio does it. You know, action.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just let me know, man.
You.
You gotta give me the cue.
Pedro, there is a lot of love towards you. People are saying, I love the Arcanine tutorials. For those of you who don't know, Pedro is actually the owner of Arcanine. It's probably the most popular architecture visualization channel out there, right? Probably.
I don't know. I think the ArchViz, specific Arch. The thing is, it's just specific ArchViz. It's not so much all the other stuff. I don't know if it's popular. It's not. I know. How do I speak about myself?
You got a silver YouTube trophy. Come on.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, yeah, we
I think that says a lot.
We do it for the love. It started a lot of years, and it's hard to keep up, man. Now, like with work and especially with everything going on, it's hard. We try our best, but in all honesty, it's also part of a bigger team movement, and it's something that everyone gets behind, and it's something like we do on the side as well to have a bit of fun, and we all kind of enjoy it. So thank you guys. Thank you for that shout out. That's really nice of you. I mean, what you guys do is unbelievable, and I think what you've created with these competitions that you're creating. I mean, dude, I don't know if people know just how much work goes into this, and you're crazy for doing all of it live. I seriously respect. I said this the other day. I don't know how people live stream. I live streamed my dinner. I'm going to try this. Everyone's live streaming, so I made a joke. I'm going to live stream dinner. And I was like, shit, this is a lot of work. And so, yeah, congrats, man, to you, Jason, and the D2 team who also do their stuff. And I caught your Matthew talk. So, yeah, congrats, man. It's a lot of work. And I hope people really understand that. And you guys kind of really take this on board and do it very professionally. So congratulations.
I appreciate it, Pedro. Okay, let's just jump
into... Pedro,
into...
thank you, but I have to say that sorry, Fabio, just give me one second.
No, it's okay.
I have to say that it's Fabio that's doing this competition thing at the moment. Like I just show up here on Sunday and get to talk a little shit with people, like have some fun.
But it's also like super commendable from the people submitting to get their work.
Yes, I would say this is who
takes a lot of
should
guts,
get.
you know?
This is who should get the most credit. The artists that are actually doing incredible work, and like seriously, in a way, I hate it because it reminds me of how shit I am at making 3D. But on the other side, it makes me extremely proud of being part of this community. So everyone watching from home, a lot of love and mwah. So let me show you the pictures that you guys have selected as the best 23 items. I'm just gonna do a slideshow. And
I'm really curious because I didn't...
If I do a slideshow, I cannot actually name the people that made the images. So let's start with Adam Tubak. Congratulations, Adam. And then there is Agnieszka Skwirut, I think it's pronounced. Then we got Andras Kaldos. What's up, man? Then Angelo Cicatiello, which now is like a recurrent presence here. Bartosz Palus. Then we got Git Sampat. Then Kostas Kirsanidis. Then we got Dario Peanut. I should not bias you, but this image probably should win because there is my face in it. Then we got Michael Coe. Michael Coe is actually a big fan of yours, Pedro. Let's give him a shout out.
Yeah, I have to give him a shout. I'm gonna make sure he gets up there.
Then Hans Aldrete.
Now you're figuring out how this works, Pedro.
Exactly.
And now
he
we
did
got
amazing, even in the last one.
Irina Nalivaiko, Jaime Diaz Alvarez. Then we got Jake Williams, Juan Carlos Ramos. Then we got Massimiliano Napoli. What's up, Massimiliano? This one, it's a beautiful image, and I'll tell you later why. Micha, hey, what's up, man? Everything okay? Then we got Premisla Zira. Then Cristina Botany. Dorca Somloy. What's up, Dorca? Then we got Maria Vittoria Porro. We got Thomas Vornasos. I'm very happy, Thomas, to see your work here. That's a beautiful image, by the way.
Yeah, Thomas, finally Thomas made something for us, huh?
Yes, he made it to the competition, finally. Then we got Tommy Smithee. Vic Nguyen, and that's it. These are all the images that you guys have selected. Should I make another round of a short slideshow? Let's do
You
that.
mean of these 23 images
yes,
or what?
Yes, so that people can see them
want.
again. Anyway, really I have to say, like, you know, it's funny how every week we sort of like always end up with the same amount of pictures. It's more or less around 23, 24, 22. And you guys always have like 6 or 7 images overlapping. And that's how you guys come up with the best ones. And I have to say that going through the images myself, I would have probably done I would have probably selected the same images for being in my top 10. But anyway, incredible work for everybody who has submitted. Really amazing, stunning work. Do you guys have any comments?
Seems you've already made someone mad.
Who have I made
one
mad?
Thumbs down there. Someone didn't get in.
Some people have an allergy to my channel. They just see a video and they go like, "Oh, why is this guy again live?"
Dude, you have a dislike already.
Yeah. It's
Haters.
alright.
Haters gonna hate.
Awesome. There's always one like, fuck you.
It's okay, guys. I understand it. You know, like that's the reason why I left home when I was 18. Not even my mom liked me.
Mother's Day, Fabio.
She likes me now. She's like, now that you're far away, I can appreciate you more.
You know, it's interesting to look at these that are going through though, like to look at this slideshow, because I didn't check what you guys actually picked, and I can see the differences between, you know, I'm keeping track here myself, so I know later on what we have, and there's some. It's interesting, you know, that got picked, which I would not have put in mine, you know, obviously, but interesting.
These are like the top 23, right? You're streaming right now.
Yes, the top 23. And now what we will do, we will go through each of these top 23 and we're going to talk about them a little bit. And, you know, I'm just going to drive the images. You guys can have a conversation. And of course, you know, like the idea for now is that we have to already think about the top 20 images. And so of these 23 items, we will have to get rid of 3. So to understand which one will be the top 20. Let me share the screen.
Gotcha.
So
do you think it's possible to dislike twice, because now there's another one and maybe it's the same person?
Stop. You know,
because I said something.
We brought attention to it. So
no, but
like
that's what the people don't understand. The more you show that you care about this, the more people dislike it, because, you know, that's how they feel like they matter.
It helps getting your video up, whether it's a like or dislike.
That's why I kept the peace with that, and I'm like, okay, do whatever. For me, it's engagement. All right, guys. So can you see the images in front of? I'm sharing the screen with you.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Now
So are we meant to talk about each one?
Yes.
Like that's. Hey, cool.
I was looking at this image and I was like, I don't know what it is, but I like it.
It's the same to me. I like the color palette. I like the materials. It's abstract, but you can recognize some shapes, like the flower and things. So, yeah, I like it.
I liked it as well. Very surreal, very cool, very different.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like Alice in Wonderland. Also, kind of has like a tattoo quality to it.
Yeah.
Even with like the background, this kind of color, like some kind of like weird, you know, like,
Yeah, it's cool because it's like super cute with these colors, like the pink and everything, but also you have a skull in the middle.
Yeah.
So
it's like cute, but like gross in a good way.
Exactly.
It's super cool. It's very different to everything that was submitted, I think.
Yeah. Not too abstract. I like this image because it's very art-based. So this is what I thought when I first saw it. I also like the story that the cube in the Rocky Mountain, it's the same one that it's the structure of the building. And it made me wonder that I want to know more of the story. And I like the feeling, you know, that what's going on. I want to know more. Give it more.
It was a nice, like, yeah, I mean, it's a really high quality architectural rendering. It's definitely like magazine quality. And also, if you notice in the corner there, they do actually have that cube that was provided, like that little glowy cube there. So it was like kind of like Where's Waldo? I didn't notice it until like a few minutes later.
Actually, there's Wally.
No, Waldo is the game.
The game, yeah.
No, I know, but there's Wally on the.
There is Wally, yeah.
Yeah.
Waldo and Wally.
This, this didn't move me particularly. It's a nice image, good composition. As hard as it is to criticize, because they probably put their heart into it. I felt it was scattered in some aspects of the storyline and how it connected. And my focus on the image, I couldn't put a focus into where my eye was supposed to go specifically. That's what I felt.
Do you find it like maybe it's too
Pedro,
like? Do you find that it's like maybe too like kind of spread out, like everything kind of has the same weight in a way?
Okay.
That's the thing, yeah. My eye is not focusing on any particular part, and whilst it's got a very strong perspective, the perspective is not leading me to something at the end of that perspective. That's my execution. I feel is beautiful. The colors are beautiful.
The center point. The center point of the focal point of the image, there's nothing there. I think that's not like a criticism of that the image is not a good image. It's just that I feel like it seems that cube in the background up on the mountain or up on the rock should somehow be more of a focal point. Even if it can stay the same size, but it's not really a focal point in the way that it could have been, used. Highlight the fact that it's a small version of the big large cube. So but I mean it's really weird to say things like this though, because the image itself is really great. The textures are great. I think that not necessarily
I could easily see
that focal point.
I could easily see this being an image that a client would love, because everything is visible, everything is there, and the client goes like, yeah, it's fantastic. That's exactly how we wanted it. Yeah. But I get your point. I like the reference, like the small cube being sort of like a scaled down version of this whole structure. I think that's what it is, but maybe I'm wrong. But guys, I hate to do my job, but we gotta move forward with the other images, because otherwise Jason cannot go and enjoy his Mother's Day dinner.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
This one is lovely.
Andras,
This one is beautiful. It's really beautiful.
You gotta zoom in to see the cube, but it is there.
No,
But you're also
but
in
the
the cube.
whole structure, isn't the whole sculpture also part of that? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think
You see?
The whole sculpture
Andras,
is part
I'm
of the
so
cube as
sorry.
well, so.
I did not pay enough attention.
No, I think this was actually a really successful way to go about this. And there were a lot of images that did this where you had, instead of seeing the whole cube, you're actually in it, or it was the structure that you would see was actually, it took a minute to understand, but then you realize, okay, that's actually the model that was provided. And I like this one a lot because I love the colors, the color scheme. I love this. And the lighting is really fantastic, but also the fact that it's got both, the scale, large scale and the small scale version.
Yeah.
Guys, you make a black and gold image, Jason is going to give it the thumbs up, no matter what.
It's
It's
true.
really cool.
Okay,
It reminds
please
me of
don't
like,
do that. I don't want to see a bunch of black and gold images now. Come on.
Next challenge, gold or black.
I will tell you. No, but wait. Okay, that's true. I really like them, but I don't think that I voted for them as first place yet. So don't go out now and make a black and gold image just because of that.
Next challenge, that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, this is kind of like what I was talking about, like you couldn't remove that structure and have the same image. Like it's so deeply embedded in this image.
It's so powerful.
The focal point, everything in it is very, very well done. And the story, I think, I kind of am biased because I saw this on Facebook. He had a whole story behind it. And I'm not gonna. What was it based on an album? I can't remember. But he had the whole story, and it kind of was very thought out from the.
Fabio, is this the whole picture though?
Yes.
No, you've got an archangel above. No.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the archangel above.
But this is the picture that was submitted. More the reason to it.
Okay. So
No, I see there is one above in the one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you're zoomed in just a bit.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Yes, you were right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Andras actually asked you to zoom out before. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Andras.
There you go.
Yeah.
At first I was wondering what he meant, but now.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a good story.
I'm gonna move forward, okay, guys?
This one is it's really good.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
There we go.
Milan wrote, "Wrap it up. Andras wins."
So this is Angelo Cicatiello.
It's freaking cool.
This image, you gotta zoom in to understand what's going on. Am I allowed
This freaks
to?
me out.
Yeah.
So where is this cube?
I mean,
Allowed to what?
this image made me laugh, and I really like that. And also, I would have never thought of doing, like, I don't know where this came from.
I think I
awesome
do
that
know
it's-
because
Yeah,
Angelo and
guess.
Angelo and I have a very close relationship, and so he might have seen the cube and said, "You know where I'm going to put that cube, Fabio?"
Is he also from Naples?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes then it all comes together, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just such a good
That's
story
so
and like interesting angle and
Yeah.
And those do look like my legs, man.
yeah. I mean, the more you look at this image, the more things. Every time I look at it, I see new things,
Yeah.
new details, there's probably
Subtleties.
secrets in there that we don't even know yet.
Yeah. You'll have to
So
fill us in on that. Sorry, Jason, on that
No, go
vent
ahead.
up there. If there's anything to do with that vent, or is he just sighing because he's shit? There's a cube up the guy's ass or something.
Or what were you saying, Fabio? That what's he was thinking? Like, you gotta come over and see this, you know?
Yeah. It's like, what is this guy thinking? Oh man, you gotta come over and see this. Doctor, is it bad?
Oh man, I have to say though, when I first was going through and saw this image, I was like, it like freaked me out and grossed me out at the same time. Like, right what the f is happening? But yeah, man, great details. I love it. I like the camera as well. The camera is like twisted. It's like a horror movie shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's like a cutscene
It
from like
gives
a horror
motion
movie.
and dramatism.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The lighting is so dramatic. It's really, really. Well
Also,
done.
the doctor's place is super creepy and super dirt.
Angelo,
Yeah,
I propose a new
Because,
title. I propose a new title to this image. Fabio and Angelo Night of Fun.
Who's who?
Let's
maybe
move
they
forward. Let's
Constance
move
is asking
forward.
If you're on the doc's bed, you see if it's you on the doctor's bed.
Fabio, the cube. I think he's taking it literal. The cube challenges. How far can we this cube?
All right,
Challenge.
enough. Okay, so this is Bartosz Palus.
I loved it. I thought it had a simplicity, originality, beautiful colors and scale, and it's a cube as well. The picture is an actual square, so there's not like many squares, I don't believe, in this and it's just it's really nice. I think aesthetically, I'm trying to understand what the story is behind it a little bit of like whale in the cube. But I think aesthetically, it's really beautiful and well composed.
Yeah, it's very like surrealist. Like kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of like Tool videos. This kind of like weird that you don't really, know what's happening, but it's really cool to look at. I also really like the lighting in this. Like I think it just like it looks correct. Like you see the lighting on the walls, the reflection from the water. So it's not only good, but just like looks correct. I think like good and correct are two different things, and like getting them together, like it just looks convincing.
I mean,
I can just like envision the whale coming to the edge and like blowing out water out of the side or something. Like that's like the next image. Is the
and that cube somehow fits into the cube above.
Yep, it's like it has fallen down, maybe.
Yeah,
it's like a museum, and the scale is super beautiful.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward because there is a whole bunch of other images that we have to look at.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Go for it.
Yeah.
What about this image?
I just want to say, sorry.
I was actually surprised to see this image, to be honest with you guys.
I had this image when I went through the first time. I go through them, I marked them in Adobe Bridge with like stars or whatever, and this was in my first round. But in the end, I had to remove it because I feel like, I love simplicity, but it's almost a little bit too simple. I almost feel like there could have been a little more to play around with, like not just having it always exactly the same, but sometimes
one of them being different.
Sometimes it's on the
or even one being different.
I love the idea, but for me it just wasn't enough. Getting the top 10.
I really like this one. Sorry, Rosette, you go for it. I went the other time.
Okay, no, sorry. No, I wanted to say that when you think of a cube, you can see how he related the idea of working in cubes. It reminds me a little bit also the light and the colors, the movie Playtime from Jacques Tati. Have you seen it?
Which one?
I have
Playtime from Jacques Tati. It's Mon Uncle. It's a second movie. And he goes to the city, and he's super freaked out because he's person from he lives in the field or wherever, and when he comes to the city, he sees a lot of the people on these cubicles working, and he's like freaking out, like how can you live like this in the city? And the colors
this is a famous picture. It's a famous image. This image,
architects love this and love to show it as well. It's super architectural. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love this one, but I feel exactly what you said, Jason. I really agree.
Yeah,
this one I like because it's kind of, I don't know if it, for me, related a lot to what we're going through, right? Especially in lockdown. It's like Groundhog Day every day. And if you work in an office like this, it is Groundhog Day. I think the only thing that, as you said, it's not got a perfect orthogonal view. Like it looks like it's not perfectly orthogonal, which destroys it a little bit. And I think as well, like it would be so nice to just have slight variation of one desk that's completely messy and out of order would add so much. I mean, like the sun is shining through that desk, and it's like the desk, just one day out of all these crappy days, maybe the day that really makes it for you. Anyway. Yeah.
Or it could have been interesting if like one of those cubes was even like rendered, in a different way, or maybe like a more realistic way, like just one, could have been interesting.
Or one shade is open. You can see something outside. I don't know. It's just missing this one. There's one thing missing. I feel like that's but I really like it. I think,
Guys, do you mind if I keep moving forward?
No, go.
Effort.
Speed round.
45 minutes. Jeez.
It goes fast, I'm telling you. It's
I love the colors on this one. Costas did a good job on this. I like it. I love how inside the neon like tubes. It doesn't look like really neon though. It looks like some kind of weird liquid, gel is moving through because it's not continuous.
Yep. It's a little bit like anime also, this kind of...
Yeah.
It reminds me of anime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you saw this cube, like it's kind of like it's pretty appropriate. Like it just reminds you of that's what it would be. I don't know. It just looks correct there. Really good lighting. That kind of like neon lava stuff is kind of always hard, I think, to pull off nicely.
Color harmony.
Yeah, I mean you can feel like the feeling that it's something inside of a glass tube, which is really hard to do. Actually, I mean, it's sometimes very hard to get that to look so correct, or look so right. And I love the color scheme on it too.
Yeah. Very nice.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward because we still have to go through a bunch of pictures. This picture is amazing.
I love this. I love this image, but the center point, there's a face that is super weird.
Trying to bribe you, man. This is the bribe.
This one is manipulating you.
Aside from your face there, it's a really awesome. And actually, after I don't know, like 5 or so minutes looking at it, I realized there's also like a guy holding a cube. So it's like a cube ceremony.
Oh, we're in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a worship the cube concert, like.
Yeah, but I like it because it's like cube house, which it reminds me a little bit of Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
It is Dead Mouse. He's got.
It is Dead Mouse.
I think it's Cube Mouse, right? Probably.
Yeah. Mouse, not house, of course.
Cube Mouse.
I mean, they might see this and actually, steal this as their next set design because it's pretty epic. Like to go to a concert and have that as the center would be pretty amazing.
It's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very epic, this one. Not much more to say than it's really epic.
Guys, I really want to go to a concert right now.
There's always a concert image in each round of things. People are missing it.
But that's the beautiful thing, that people think about the same things, Guys, I'm gonna move forward. Next image. Pedro, this is Michael. Give him a feedback because he's been asking me for so long.
Can I say this? I'm going to say this. I spoke with Michael before this one, and on his previous one, I said, dude, man, this looks really cool, the one you did. Like, he's followed a lot of tutorials, and I've seen him evolve over time, and that's why I'm biased, so I'm not going to talk much, but I'm going to make this story, tell you this story. And I told him, man, it was really, really good. And he was like, I was nearly hitting the top 5. And I told him, the next week, I'm actually judging along with Rosette and Mike and the guys. And he was like, oh, damn, I was thinking taking a break. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to go for it. And I mean, I'm trying to not be biased here, but I think he did a really cool job. It reminds me, and his whole thing is on perspective and understanding of the perspective. I think the colors are really nice. I think details are really nice. I'm like, this guy is rocking it. I don't know if I'd do anywhere near this in this time. So it's really cool. And no disregard to all the other ones as well.
Can you zoom in? Have you a little bit?
I think it's also fantastic colors. So go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I was gonna say, before you zoom in, like I really love this image, and I think the colors are amazing. The lighting is amazing. The focus point is great. Mm-hmm. The only thing that bothers me just a little bit is that if you're gonna do something in a
Mike's gonna kill you.
No, if you're gonna do something like in a symmetrical, because its viewpoint is symmetrical. But it's a little bit off, just a tiny, like the tip.
Yeah,
it's just a little, like either go like way off or like perfect. Like just that little bit off makes it look like a little bit of a mistake.
It feels like if you did that, it would also have this more kaleidoscope style effect. If it was really right in the perfectly symmetrical. Yeah. I agree, Mike.
Yeah, you're a good eye.
Roser, what do you want to say? You wanted to zoom?
Yeah, I wanted to zoom a little bit so also people could see the image a little bit more. But yeah, the colors,
I love the colors though, yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to know a little bit more of the story also.
I think he posted on Facebook
I didn't read it.
something of it.
But it's 7 seconds to something.
But he's been in the top 20, I think, often.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, I think so.
He produces incredible work.
His images are amazing.
Yeah, he produces incredible work. I think that the reason why he missed out so far on qualifying really at the top is the fact that sometimes the work that he was doing, well, probably every time the work that he was doing did not have that story depth that the judges were looking for. I really think that's the only reason why, because I remember the Star Wars image that he made. He looked like a Rembrandt painting.
Yeah.
Like
it was amazing.
It was amazing. I remember the other image that he did for, I think it was The Life After Corona. It was also very good. But anyway, guys, forgive me. I have a job to do. I need to keep things
I'm reading
moving.
the comments. He's saying that taking the bomb, he has to pick one to defuse the bomb. Yeah. I understood that. I wanted to know where is he? It looks like inside the computer also a little bit. So is he small? Is he? I don't know.
He's been shrunken down into the computer.
Yeah.
Guys, what about this image?
This one is very beautiful. I think that the two colors are super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Combination of these two lights. Yeah.
I think this is a good example of like, to me, the lighting on this is like 10 out of 10. Like this is a good example to like light up this object, but not wash it out. Like you still see the object, still see the details, but you understand that it's glowing. Kind of reminds me of this scene in one of the Matrix movies where he goes into that room that becomes like the light. It's like the backstage of the Matrix, like the mainframe. It's like going into this mainframe. So it's got a cool story to me as well, I think. Yeah. But
Also,
it's just enough lighting.
Jason, let me ask you. Hans Aldrete, this is probably the first time that I hear this name on the challenge.
I think it is the first time too, yeah.
I just want to say,
I don't remember the name.
Because some of the comments that we received is that the people
Hans, are you watching?
Is that the people that win are always, like our friends, or the ones that qualify are always our friends. The reality is that, with my challenge, I only reach these much people. And obviously, they are in my closest circle. But, like this image, I think it's the first time that I hear Hans, and he got picked amongst the the best pictures.
He's new here. Welcome, Hans.
There he is. Hey, Hans. How you doing?
Nice morning.
He's new.
Thanks for entering.
Thanks for entering,
This
man.
is like it's a movie poster. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
I will go see this movie.
It's
Guys,
like Indiana Jones and I don't know. I was gonna come up with something.
But it's also
go ahead.
like an astronaut.
and
Like
Interstellar.
some kind of sci-fi Indiana Jones movie.
It's Interstellar Indiana Jones.
We had a lot of Indiana Jones last
Interstellar
challenge.
Jones.
Interstellar Jones.
All right.
Yeah, go next.
We just named your image for you.
I just came up with a very nasty name. Can I just say it?
It's your channel.
That's up to you, man. If you feel like it'll pass the censors,
How
then
many
you go ahead.
thumbs down is it worth?
No, don't talk about that.
Next. All right.
I love this image. It's a very ArcViz style image, but I do think it's quite a beautiful selection. Like of the only thing is the only thing I don't really like about it is that I feel like the framing is a little bit in the wrong place. But Otherwise, it's a really great job.
I agree. I like this one. I think again it shows very arch-viz like in a type of image, which I don't think is a bad thing. And that's kind of one of the things, like, you know, we've seen a diverse amount of styles, and I think it's really cool to see something that is more in this region of what we do every day, and we do it in the office as well. Very similar. I think it's really cool. You have this biodome inside, and that's probably the future where things are going, right? Everyone's growing their own things.
Yeah. What I like here is like you have I don't know, just the story that I thought about. It's like a museum for these things that don't exist anymore in like a kind of post-apocalyptic, or we've destroyed the kind of environment. The other interesting thing is it's kind of a reversal of every other architectural rendering, where you would have like nature and then some architecture. Where here it's like architecture and then
some nature. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Also, it's like there's definitely a story. It's almost like something's happened, and we're having to like grow the plants and the ecosystems like inside these cubes. And there's like some scientists back there, you know, having a look.
Yeah, it's all up in a museum.
So there's like a super tiny hint.
Guys, I am so sorry to have to push you, but we gotta move forward because we still have a bunch of pictures to see, and then we need to make a selection. What about this one?
This, I mean, it's a good composition. I think colors, and my eye goes to the green, but I don't think there's quite a color harmony. It's really hard to be different. Everyone was quiet. You left this one for me. But I think it's really hard to concentrate with this color palette on what's going around and finding the focus of the image. And again, I hate to criticize. It's really shit, but I think it also helps people know how to improve.
Of course.
And I don't think anyone's going to take it badly, but I do think that there's a lot going on in terms of where you're directing my eye. I love this story of the alien coming down, but it takes me a while to understand that story and how it relates to the bottom part. Scale is an issue as well. I do not know if this, you know, because of the pattern on the floor, it seems like a grandiose space, but the texture on the floor is telling me, no, wait a minute, this is like a close-up tile. So this is messing with my mind, because if that tile is that big, that makes that like be like 30 centimeters tall. And then that makes the alien like 40 centimeters. So this whole concept of scale and how our brains are built to understand these things straight away makes it difficult. I think this image, a good try, but I think with some refinement of colors, just taking it down a notch would be a really nice image. And fixing the texture.
I really like the use of the object here. I think like just the attempt to like use it in a bunch of different ways and places and really create an environment with it was really powerful to me. But I agree, like there's the green and the blue and the orange, but they have similar weights. I almost would have taken just the two left and right colors down a lot and let the green be like super powerful and have the lighting of the whole scene come from that.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward, okay? This is an image from Jake Williams.
This I fell in love.
Jake has also crazy ideas every time.
Did he hear? Did he see the art jam by any chance? Timon's image. I just want to ask that because when I saw it, I was like, "Damn, this has some similarities." I wonder.
You mean the one by any chance? You mean the one when you guys were doing with the ships?
Yes. Yes.
I saw that one.
Saying, it had a lot of reminiscence of Timon's image, but I love it. I love how you've got this ship kind of, I don't know if it's controlling or being controlled out from these cubes. It's like World War II with the planes in the back, and you've got these contrasting languages and times, and I think he dominated very well the whites, which are very difficult to dominate and blow out and back forward.
I think the kind of like, it's just a really nice like bleakness. Like if you could be bleak in a really, like I want to be in this scene. It also reminds me of the visualization style of like Arrival, For some reason, it's just like this bleak monotone, but just really powerful, dramatic, contrasted images.
But I think it's also interesting. It's like a thing also to like, if people are looking at images and wanting to learn something like about how to do images, if you look at the little tiny details that you almost don't even notice, like the water is speckled onto the lens of the camera at the bottom right. You know what I mean? It's like these little things that you don't always even notice, or they're so subtle, but it really gives you the feeling that this was shot somewhere on the camera. I mean, it's amazing, like when you think about it. And those are things that you don't actually even always notice, like consciously. It's a subconscious thing, right? And without it, it's not quite exactly the same. With it, it's like in your mind, it looks like a historical shot. Without it, maybe it doesn't look like that. It's amazing.
It's sci-fi, but at the same time you can relate because of the planes. Reminds you of the Second World War. So the waves are super powerful. Also, the machine is like taking water or dropping water. I don't know, but and the thing that it's heavy because it looks very heavy, but it has to be light because it's floating.
It's like Blade Runner as well.
That's
the other good thing
propulsion system.
The other nice thing here is the clustering of the planes, which I think is really important. Like a common mistake you'll see is things like spaced too evenly. It's like always good to space things in like 2s or 3s or 5s. Like, so I think the clustering of the planes makes it pretty believable as well.
Guys, I'm just gonna move forward.
Yeah.
Juan Carlos Ramos, what do you think about this image?
I like the framing of this one. Yeah.
This is an unbelievable image.
One of those that if you zoom out, it has a thumbnail. It really is working so well. Like it's just got a really nice proportion in terms of also how much of the, the cube object is in the frame, where the opening is in it, and so on. I think it's working really well.
Yeah. Also, what I love about this one, that maybe it's what triggered the idea on Juan Carlos, is that on the cube, there's a shape of how the sun is hitting that reminds me of the head of a dragon. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Wow. Yeah.
To me, this one, it was
clever,
obviously we love Game of Thrones, so Cersei winning.
Well, to me, it was the reason I feel like this. To me, this image was the best use of the provided cube. Because of the story I can make up with it, because there's a lot of use of this cube and it's like really cool and like abstract and what is that? But in this one, I can, there's this dragon that's been slayed there, and I can imagine like if a dragon was living somewhere, the thing or its nest or cave that it's living in would probably be, something kind of organic, like the thing that it made to live in. So it almost reminded me that they've kind of like marched into this dragon's lair and slayed it, so that this was like this kind of organic thing that the dragon made that it lives in. Like it was the first time I could make a story of like how the cube has that shape, I think.
It's funny because it's like I saw it completely differently. It's like they actually, this is this architecture like of the place where these people are from, and that they brought the head back from somewhere else. But in any case, it's the same idea. I mean, it's being the way that it's being used is really great. And the fact that you
that same thing
in the background as well. But I actually am not sure. It to me, this doesn't look like a dragon's head. It looks like the head of Satan. It's a goat Satan. It's got like it's got like horns, right? And it's really freaky if you really look at it.
But I love how the people is placed and also the use of the red. I know that the Lannisters use red. It reminds me a little bit of this Nazi.
Yeah, the Lannisters.
Nazis.
Guys,
Lannister always pays his debt.
Let's move forward, okay? Massimiliano Napoli, let me just check how many images are left for us to go through. I guess we have like 5 or 6 more.
We have job.
I love this image. Just the colors, the atmosphere. I can't tell if I'm underwater, if it's just foggy.
I think it is underwater.
It looks underwater,
Or is it upside down? It's very cool. I have to say, yeah, it's very cool use of color, depth, composition again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand the story of what is going on here.
Yeah, to me, it's a really great atmosphere. I think it's just missing a bit of a focal point. Like, again, it has depth, but everything has the same importance to me.
But the light on the right has importance, but what are we? Why is our eye going there? That's what I feel like, the storyline.
Yeah, what's going on?
I guarantee you that Massimiliano has a story, because he has always had a story so far for everything.
He's gonna tell us.
Yes. So Massimiliano, please do write in the comments, enlighten us a little bit. I know that he made an animation for this, and he actually wanted to submit more frames, but he was not going to be ready with the animation. But anyway, Massimiliano, if you're watching this, please do write a comment. Let us know what the goal here was. Guys, I'm gonna
see like just a small diver or a creature or something.
I'm gonna move forward because Jason has to leave in 53 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I love this one, I might say.
Yeah.
I really loved it. I loved it. Yoshi wrote the story on the left and the right, and you can read it, and it's super cool, and it's different, and it's fun, and it's put a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I liked about this one that you have 2 images for the price of 1. Just the image on the newspaper. It's
Clients
very
would
nice.
be happy. Clients would be very happy with that.
I have to say, I thought that this was a very bold, very courageous move, because basically, you know, you lose the focus of like the geometry. You know that the geometry is in there and it was used to make the image, but it's not the main thing. And so I thought that, it took a lot of balls to go that way. So, props to you, Miha.
And also is that I think that 2 weeks ago, the US government dropped some information about UFOs and nobody cared. Nobody cared because we are dealing with other things now. So I think that's the story on the Polygon Times. It's lovely. And you have the story in the newspaper, and you have the story of the person who's reading it.
I was torn a bit with this one because I really like it, but also I was just thinking also about the challenge too, like how much should I see the object? Basically what you said, but the rendering is just it's beautiful and tells a story, and I don't know. I was torn a bit between this one.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward so that we can look at all the images. What about this? This one is from Premislaw. What's up, man? Why did you decide that this should have made your top 10, guys?
This one, the composition and the light, it's very beautiful. Also that the whole cube is lighted. I really liked it. And also it reminds a little bit of the horns of the deers that are next to it. So it's like it belongs on the nature. I don't know. It's not like it's suddenly there, the cube. Like it belongs here.
The perspective makes you feel like you've discovered something, I think, and you're kind of weary to approach it.
Yeah.
But you discovered the animals are fine with it.
Yeah.
You discovered it.
Right.
The animals were. There's always been here. That's what's up.
Yeah, they're like, we know this cube. This is our cube. They probably like Paul's cube.
Cube.
I had to look twice at this one to see exactly, like, I was like, man, is this 3D? Is this image? What's going on here? I had to kind of zoom in, and you see the little wolf on the left and the little fox as well. It's quite full of details. I think it's really cool. Reminds me of some image I've seen that I don't know how to place it, but it reminded me of something. And it's kind of this UFO object that's landed, and nature's fine with it, understands it, and is kind of intrigued by it. It's quite interesting, really interesting.
I just wish I could see a bit more of like the line work of the cube, like just a little bit more.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward because we got some more images to go through. This is from Cristina Botany. Why did you guys decide that this was between your best 10?
I love the symmetry of this one, and the reflections causing this strange like kaleidoscope effect. And then of course with the symmetry you have something to offset the symmetry, and that's the person inside. And honestly sometimes sometimes I want to know more about what's going on, and in this one I don't really care, because it's like somehow it's pleasing to me, the symmetry and the format, and I don't really care anymore what's really happening, because honestly what's going on I don't know. But at the same time the image itself is very, very pleasing to the eye.
Definitely. It's just a moment in time. It's like a photograph, right? This perfect coincidence of things, and taken from a space, which is this one is like very photographic to me in terms of like a photographer would shoot something like this. It's a moment in time, and I feel that's
the symmetry is correct.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's where the power of this image comes from. It's apparent simplicity.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna move to the next image. There we go. This is from Dorka. What made you choose this among your best 10?
Well, for me, it's like, I don't know. I mean, the lighting is, and the it looks like this guy is like praying or meditating. So it just seemed to fit the atmosphere really well.
Yeah.
And then I like that it wasn't just like a God lighting, but they used the geometry to like create that God lighting. It's like the openings of the geometry influence that lighting.
Yeah.
It seems peaceful.
Yeah, to me what you say, Michael, also, and like he looks like he's meditating. Also the cube, like it looks like you're inside the cube, gives you this kind of protection when you meditate. So I love the story about it. Like you are embraced by the cube, and gives you protection, and you're quiet and tranquil inside.
Reminds me of that Tadao Ando church that he has, and how the lighting comes across, and it does a moment very similar to this. Yeah. It's very poetic, simple in a very good way. I find it's very poetic, and it speaks to something else, and it's really, really lovely. Without showing much, you show so much, That's the beauty of an image. It can be the more complex, more beautiful, more developed, more well rendered than something simple, apparently simple in the best way possible.
Yeah, it's very easy to like overdo it with a geometry like that.
Yeah.
Milan Stevanovic, sorry, my pronunciation, says it's Buddha light, not God light.
It's not God light, it's Buddha light. Guys, I'm gonna move forward.
Yeah.
There is an image from Maria Vittoria Porro. I think that she qualified a couple of times during this challenge. She's very talented.
This is so cool. The story in this one is absolutely awesome in terms of paradox weirder, and then it's got the paradox of the cube, and then the teacher has on his back. I zoomed in. What was it? Like
I'm a cube hole
or something. Yeah, I'm like some teacher. Like it's really cool. Like
the tension for root
Rubik,
cubes.
The Rubik.
Because it's the clever one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's assembled. It's organized, and it's the teacher, so it's super cute.
Yeah, this one to me is like, I liked it for the same reason that I like the cube up the ass one, is because like I didn't expect, like I would never have expected this or even thought to do this.
Yeah.
So that it was like really fresh, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward. I apologize. We gotta rush a little bit through.
No, don't rush for me, man.
You want me to go back?
I am trying to not say too much. We can say something in the next round. I can say because some of
if
these,
we say everything now, then we can go faster on the rec next.
Exactly. There you go.
I love this one.
This one is super powerful.
Yeah.
Perspective.
This one is just composition and lighting, and it's super well done.
It makes you feel like very insignificant in the scale, which is quite nice.
very cool. Thomas does amazing work.
Yeah,
I've
he's
known
an
some of
amazing
his
artist.
work. So when I saw this, I actually went to see who the name was, and it's really powerful. I mean, like most of his work, right? It's
do you not know
very well,
Pedro?
No. When
know
when I
Thomas?
saw this image, I checked who had made it because I tried to do the same thing of not look at names, and then I saw it was Thomas, and then I thought, of course.
But
thing.
we're not giving him a pass because he's a friend, all right?
No. I mean, I know him. I wouldn't consider like we're good friends. Like we know each other, so I have no bias towards this.
No,
I don't know him.
But jokes aside,
I
this
look
is
at it
really...
this way. I look at it this way. We're not. I mean, we're doing this live. Why would we just give this to people we know? It would be stupid. We're telling you what we think of the things as you see it. If you don't agree, yeah, okay. I mean, but we're not. The point is, we're actually giving an opinion on these things live. So I mean, if we wanted to give it to the friends, we just do it and give it to them. You know.
We invite them,
Yeah,
friends of
exactly.
friends.
Four people picked 10 images, and here they are.
Yeah.
You know.
Guys, I'm gonna move forward quickly so that we can finish them and start making a selection. What about this one?
You know, it's weird. I feel like I didn't see this when we were going through the first rounds of the, going through.
I love this image. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's beautiful color composition. Also, like the way the geometry was used.
Yeah.
Same here. It's in my top 10.
Everything is scaled very nicely here.
I don't know if Tommy's
before.
watching, but well done, man.
The colors are really... I'm a big fan of the purple gradient.
It's really beautiful how they blend, how they seem like softly blend into my eye goes to the exact right spot. The whole image, I think, is made from the cube. I could be wrong, but I think it's just distortions of one cube.
Yeah.
And it's like this, it goes into the search for the perfect cube.
Yeah.
And I like it's dark, but you still see a lot of detail of that cube that he's standing on, and the cubes below. Like you could still see that detail.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really
Well done,
beautiful.
Tommy, really. Okay, let me see. I think that this is the last one. Vic. Big fan of his work.
You know him, yeah?
Yeah, this is also a great one. Until I saw the virus inside.
I wanted to say something. Now you pissed Jason off.
No. Yeah, I love the composition and the colors. I think it's really fantastic. And Vic is an amazing artist. I've seen him doing some other things around. He's really doing a great job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
To me, this one, I would say the same about the virus, that I don't get the story. I see the virus, but I don't get the story. What's doing the virus here inside the cube, or what's going on? This is but the composition.
I think it would have just been better without the virus.
Probably, yes. Like I
personally,
because it is a great
virus
image.
Without this character, I think the character's too much too, maybe. Because it doesn't make it clear to me what's happening anyway.
Yeah.
It's a guy smoking a pipe, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sold just on the color harmonies. That's my only thing. Orange and green are such hard colors to blend together, but they're original. The virus. But I quite liked this image when I saw it. I really liked it. I thought it had the virus destroys it a little bit because it's all a different language, right?
Yes.
Not destroys it, but yeah, it's super powerful. Again, I know Vic as well, so he does a lot of very powerful work. So yeah, really well done.
Yeah.
Guys, we now have a responsibility. Oh, sorry, Michael. Speak up, man.
I was just saying, like, I think the virus blocks like an important. I think there was an important lighting moment there that
Watch the virus.
blocked.
Oh man.
The virus is a light blocker.
I'm just reading the comments and it's crazy. Anush Modi, flush the virus. Man, people are hardcore to one another.
Man, I'm telling you, the toilet flush is the highlight of 2020.
That's your signature.
Okay.
I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know what people think of our comments. Like, I'm very curious. Like, do they think we're being harsh? Do they think like we could be harsher? I'm curious to know. Like, what is
Oh
the?
no! Now it's
This
coming the hard moment when you have to start to say no.
This
Oh,
isn't
really?
it yet.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see the feedback.
This was fun. Bye.
All right, guys. It's now
so I
time
think
to
we
get
should
this
go-
done.
Yeah. Should
So
we go back to the top now and really go through and say top 10 or not, top 10 or not, and go through and decide
But we
which
have
goes
to
out?
do the 21st or not?
you don't want to
Oh,
do the
yeah.
top 20?
You make the rules, man.
For me, this is like the top 20. It's top 23. I don't
Top
know.
23.
Whatever
Okay,
you
fair
wanna-
enough.
Okay, top 20. Yeah.
So top 23. That's a new number.
Tommy is asking for no toilet flush.
Dude,
Vasilis is going to kill you.
I want to see this so bad and hear
It's
it.
not top 23. It's top.
The
Vasilis,
top-
you can the first three. After the first three that go out, Vasilis, then you can start counting. If you're watching.
Tommy's asking for extra toilet flush. Oh, sorry, I misread that.
Please no toilet.
But
All right,
if it's not
guys.
Toilet
Okay.
flush, maybe it's farts.
So now we have a job to do, which is to try and understand the best 10 ones.
Okay.
So I mean, how we're doing it, we go through
see if
these.
I can
In
move
each
this
one,
down
we
here.
decide whether we think it can be top 10 or not.
Yeah.
And then based on like I think, what did we say? If it's Fabio last time, if it's 2-2, do we keep it or we get rid of it?
I would
In
say
that-
if it's split in between, it's a no, because the image should
Yeah.
make everybody
Yeah. Okay.
content.
So let's
to
do
say.
it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So we should say yes or no, or
Yes.
I think
If you
that.
think it's a top 10 or not, yeah.
Okay.
Can I just say something? I've changed my opinion, my top 10 that I selected after reviewing this in more
Yeah.
detail and hearing what Jose and Mike had to say, and I've changed it. And Jason, you guys as well. I've changed it.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah, I know
different person.
mine always changes too, actually,
That's a
every
matter
time.
of life.
Some one or two images.
Ah,
That's
Different
funny because I saw your previous some of your previous videos sometimes and I was like, no, I don't agree with that one. And now like being here discussing like it's weird.
that's the
Weird,
beautiful thing of having an organic discussion about this stuff.
Democracy.
Okay, Adam, I love you, man, but for me, this is not top 10.
Yeah, I think for me either. It seems, like I said, this is like a tattoo, so it seems like a bit flat, in my opinion. Awesome image, but definitely, yeah, I think for me, not top 10.
What the fuck? All right. No, I'm not
To
going to
me,
spare
it is
Pedro
a
and
top
Roser. I want to hear
It's a
your
pattern.
opinion as well.
To me, it's a top 10.
I would have said that too,
I'm
to be honest. Pedrito?
I'm divided. I can understand. I think it's different. I think it should be in the top 10 because it's different.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's so
the
too
thing-
then.
It's
The
in
thing
there.
is, though,
Because
like,
we've looked at a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
has a similar
This is
Why?
really
But then-
different from everything else.
yeah. Our cognitive
That's
brain
that's
is
not the
saying
only reason to put it in the top 10.
Yeah.
I
mean,
know, but
Okay.
still.
it
I'm
doesn't fit
basing
a
it on
pattern.
all the
Yeah.
images I've seen, and I'm thinking about all those images and which ones I'd put in the top 10, and this isn't one of them. I mean, what I mean is it's not just going to be based on the fact that it's different. That can't be the only reason.
No, but
I
it's
think
got its
there's
own
others
power.
that-
To me, it's not
Same
because
power.
it's different. It's
Every
because,
knowledge.
yeah.
Obviously, I'm not saying that it should be top 10 because it's different. Don't make me sound stupid. I said it's
No,
it's
that's not what I
good,
meant, Fabio. I wasn't
different.
making you sound stupid.
Jason, be aware that Fabio just won a slap contest. So.
Adam. Adam, my friend, I'm sorry the judges say no. Do you want to flush, yes or no? I probably, by the time that you hear that, we're gonna probably flush it already. We don't flush it, come on.
Adam, I think Adam likes to flush it.
He wants to flush.
Oh man, this is so
Alright,
He's probably taking care of his child right now, so.
this is so bad and so good at the same time. It's like
And Adam, I love you, man. Sorry, I don't mean to be so harsh. And Fabio, also, Fabio's not stupid for thinking it should be in the top 10. I didn't say that.
It's definitely high quality.
It's very good
this
quality.
one hung on my wall. On my home.
That's the thing. I would hang it.
I will hang it on my wall.
All right.
All right. Did you flash it or not?
I did.
Didn't hear it, but it's okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
You gotta move forward.
Okay, after all the images that we've seen, also with a lot of love, this one is not top 10.
Okay,
super
I mean,
good, it's super artist, but yeah. After you said,
I think we're gonna have to be quicker with this. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't have an explanation every time. We've already talked about what we like and not. No, Rosa, I'm not saying this specifically to you. I'm just saying that we talked about Adams just now for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like, literally.
No, you're right,
Yeah.
Jason.
All right.
So, guys, yes or no?
So if we can try to make it a little quicker, I think it would be good.
For me, this
So no
one
for me,
is
unfortunately.
No.
okay.
No,
Thank you very much,
but
Agnieszka.
thank you.
Beautiful, we
Agnieszka said
love
you
it.
pronounced her name beautifully back when you pronounced it the first time.
Okay,
know if
Agnieszka,
you
you
saw
have
that
no
comment.
idea the amount of stress. Like, when I have to pronounce the name of people, I get like a cold sore on my lips afterwards. It's so stressful. It really is.
Oh, Fabio, maybe you know that you don't pronounce my name properly either, right?
You should have
How
not
did you say-
said that.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I think it was the moment to say it.
Okay.
Okay, so how is it then?
Rosé.
Rosé.
Oh,
Rosé.
think about the
I
think
can't-
about the rosé wine.
Uh-huh.
Rosé, yeah.
That makes it easy.
It makes it
Rosé.
easy.
With the
Rosé.
R?
Yeah.
Rosé.
No.
Rosé.
Oh, well, yeah.
I can't do
Rosé.
that.
Rosé.
Is it from the
Oh,
tip
yeah.
of your tongue? Rose.
Okay, this
You
one's a
can
yes.
say rose, whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Michael's on track. He said yes. It's definitely
Yes.
toilet flush for me. No, I'm joking. This is amazing. It's a yes.
We keep it.
Yes.
Yes.
Jason? Yes.
Okay.
What about the cube in the... I wanna
Yes.
I wanna keep
Yeah.
it. Not the cube in the butt. I wanna keep the image.
Yes. Yes for me.
I think this was
Yes.
so much. I can tell there was so much work, but for me, it's not a top 10 image.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, but I don't know. For me, based on all the others,
Also, guys,
Yeah,
I'm
to me,
looking for a new judge next week. Jason will leave us, unfortunately.
are we disagreeing too many times, Fabio? What's the...
So
We
we
need to
keep
know.
it or not?
I would keep it. I think the quality is incredible. But you guys have been doing this for a lot longer than me, so I also understand that
We can go back
say
to
yes
it
to
later
this one.
if you like.
similar to something that was in previous weeks, because I remember seeing something similar. But quality is there, originality is there in what I saw it from today. So it's a yes from me.
Good enough. Let's move forward. What about this one?
Yes for me.
I don't know.
Rosé?
It's very difficult because
Rosé.
I love it, but I think wow, that was perfect. I want to say yes, but I will say no. If it makes sense.
Fair enough. Mike?
It's like the nice way to say no.
I think it's gonna be tough, but I think I'm going with no for this one.
Okay, there
Fair
you go,
enough.
Fabio. I'm gonna also
I'm
say
gonna-
no. Yeah.
I'm profoundly disappointed, guys.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the last time.
Profoundly
It
disappointed.
happened eventually to
And not
someone.
on this video live, like
I'm
in
gonna
live.
see. I'm gonna see which ones you guys really like, and I'm gonna. try
Pedro,
to get my-
one day we're gonna look
Delete
back
one
at this.
unilaterally.
We're gonna refer to this day as the day our friendship was over.
So Pedro, the best thing to remember is don't say the ones you like because everybody gets to delete one image
Yeah.
unilaterally.
Yeah. You can do like personal, you know?
Yeah, so for this one for me, like we talked about before earlier, was that there's something missing. So for me, this is not top 10, even though I do like it.
I agree
I
with
like-
This is a yes for me. There's something, it jumps out at me like immediately when I see it. It just hits me. Like it's like something, and it's hard to explain what it is exactly. I think it's the color scheme, perhaps, but for me, it's a very crisp image. It's like very quick to recognize.
To me, it's a yes.
Pedro?
It's. I have to justify this. It's technically good. I find it really technically. I'm just kind of divided because it doesn't have depth. If that should be something that votes yes or no, I'm gonna say yes on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. Just because I think it's difficult to light this thing the way that it is to look so correct. For me, this one's an obvious yes.
I'm not saying anything.
I really love this one before I noticed the t-shirt.
That's the only thing that is bothering me, the face of that guy, but yes.
You know the thing that it's bothering me the most is the fact that I don't own that t-shirt.
That's true.
All right, guys.
Okay, I want Adam to back poster on my wall, and I want this t-shirt.
So yes or no?
It's a definite yes.
Yes.
Jason?
Definitely.
Okay, Fabio, you're gonna have to look for a new judge. I'm gonna say no, but it doesn't matter because it's 3-1. So keep it.
But
Let's
why?
go.
Why would you say no? I'm curious.
I don't
Pedro,
know. This one doesn't speak to
we
me.
don't
I
have the
know.
time, guys.
Right. Yes, for Michael.
Yes.
Guys?
No.
Yeah,
Jose.
I'm divided, but leaning more towards no.
Yeah.
No.
Pedro, you see how it happens? You see how it happens?
Say yes.
You
It's a
see
definite yes.
how it happens?
But wait, there's
It's a
a
yes.
tie on this one. Do you break it, Fabio?
No, actually, I think that if he leans towards a no, it is a no because I'd rather have images where people fully agree on.
Yeah, so I want to say that when I say no, it's
No,
always
guys,
divided.
if you
But
gave
it's not
if you
divided,
gave a yes to the previous one, that was from Costas, I believe, you have to give a yes to this one.
I actually agree with
can't-
Pedro. I actually agree
you
with
can't.
Pedro.
I'm sorry, but if it's comparative, you can't say yes to that one, no to this one. And it's not because it's Michael. But when I see something good, I can defend it to the end of the earth. And
I
offsetting
agree
something
100% with
from a
what
center,
Pedro is saying.
If I analyze from a beauty point of view about aesthetics, beauty, and all this one is superior to the other one. If I
Pedro,
scientifically,
that's
You
just
will
one
make me
man's
cry,
opinion.
Pedro.
You can't convince anybody here. Everybody
Right, just say yes.
everybody has to make the tough decisions.
You
I
will
agree
make me
with you.
cry. I don't want to cry live. You know.
No, I defend everything I do with the greatest passion, guys. You should see when it's with clients. You should actually see. They give up. They give up after a while. They're like, okay.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah. Look, honestly, it's up to you. I think it's a yes from my point of view.
I tell you what, why don't
So
we
where are
keep
we?
it for now? Why don't we keep it for now?
Keep it for now. Keep it for
Because
now.
we have like 9 images that we have to
Yeah,
get rid of.
exactly.
Okay?
Yeah, let's.
I know.
Yeah, okay, continue. We need to hurry. We need to keep moving here.
Yes.
Sorry, not hurry, but move forward. Yeah.
A big yes from me.
Yes. Yes.
Jason?
Interstellar Jones and
Into
of
Stella
Cube.
Jones.
yeah, I would say yes.
Mike is crying, guys. You are to blame.
Pedro, yes or no?
It's still in there,
I think-
Michael. Don't worry.
I think it's a yes. Yeah, definite yes.
What about this one?
Okay.
That's the thing. Now we've got a lot of yeses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's getting tough. Yeah, I would.
Well,
I
I,
think
mean, at this point,
ahead.
for me, this one's a no, and the reason is not because it's bad or good. It's just that I don't feel, even if I give this one or another one a yes, if I give it a no, I just feel like giving it a yes now doesn't mean it's going to be the eventual winner.
That's basically how it is, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Exercise, is it top 10?
You just need to think, can this image be a top 10? And to be honest with you, although the execution is perfect, I personally don't think it is. And I don't say this because I want to bias you, but it's just that I want to try and break my thinking pattern with you guys, because we gotta make a faster decision. Unfortunately, we don't have all the time on the...
Yeah, we have to do 9 more images have to go away, and this is actually hard. So I'm gonna say also no with this one. Let's get hard. Let's get hardcore, people.
No. All these images came from what, 75, 80 other images. So
these
are. Yeah.
So yeah.
They're already like qualifying really high. So Pedro,
who we're showing here today should be super proud. They're all in the top. They're in the top images. You know, all of us picked it somehow in our top 10. So originally.
Pedro.
I, with my whole heart, I think I agree with you guys. Maybe it's a no for me for this one. I like it. I think it's really good, but I'll probably go with a no.
What about this one? Yes, no. That's all we need.
This one is a no for me.
Same for me.
Me as well.
Okay. Sorry, Jaime, that we didn't discuss it more.
Sorry, Jaime. We're tight on time.
We discussed it already.
Yes or no, guys?
I got a yes on this one.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes. We said yes. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's a yes.
I was looking at the YouTube and it's yes.
I want flush. Oh man.
Jose, what about this one?
Yes.
Mikey?
Yep.
What about this one?
Well.
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay, there you go.
What about this one, guys? Let me just check how many images we have left. We have 16
For me,
items.
This one is a no.
Okay, to me it's a yes.
For me, it's
I
a no.
know I didn't actually say anything about this one before, but for me, this is a no. This time, I didn't. This one doesn't reach me either, so I would say no.
Yes, it's
I
no
think
for me.
What Mike said previously, I was on the fence. I had a yes previously, but I think what Michael said in terms of before with the cube integration, maybe it's a no on this one.
We gotta move forward.
I like the idea. But it's just, in the end, I don't think it's enough for in this group of images that we have.
What about this one?
I'm gonna say no.
Yes.
This one's hard for me because I really like it. Like, I don't know, it's like got a Stranger Things vibe, like Kids in a Forest, but kind of vibe. But I just wish I could see the object a bit more. So
I tell you what this image has for me missing: a little bit of red.
Red, yeah, maybe I can see that.
Yeah, with the blue would be very nice.
Yeah,
like in the eyes of the animals.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Devil's animals.
Guys, yes or no?
That at least is super creepy.
I would say yes to this one. Okay. I like it.
I said no already for this one.
I said no.
Then it goes.
All right, this is one of your
yes.
preferred. Jose really likes this one. I want to keep that in mind, Jose.
What about this one? Could this be a 10 qualifiers?
Yes, I say yes for this one.
Rose?
I said no.
Pedro?
Yeah, I have no also.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm on the fence with this one.
It's 2 no's.
Sorry, too bad.
Okay.
It's terrible, I know. What about this one, guys?
This is another opportunity to say the same thing that we say every week. This is 20. These images are in the top 23. We're saying no. We're not saying it's a shitty image. We're saying we just have to narrow these down, so we have to make our decision. So don't take it in the wrong way. I don't think anybody is, but it's important to remember that we've already discussed all the images, so now's the time where we start to narrow down. We can't spend a lot of time again going over them again. So.
What about this one, guys?
Yes.
There you go. What about this one?
Yes.
No.
I have no for this one.
Oh.
Pedro, you have to be fast to answer.
Man, I'm so sorry. This is like so hard because it's really, really freaking hard. All right, everyone pass me to know then.
What about this one?
Yes.
Yes, I really like this one now.
Yeah.
I like it too.
It's just super abstract.
Pedrito, you want to have your opinion?
I think yes.
What about this one?
Yes.
This is a super yes,
Yes, I
for
like
me.
this one.
What about this one?
No, for me.
Let me
No.
just
Sorry,
check.
Vic.
Hold on. Okay, we got 2 more images to delete, so I guess that this one is going, right?
Yes, so one
Okay.
more we
Yeah.
have to get rid
And
of.
I think I have an idea of which one it's going to go next.
Which one?
It has to be one.
Okay.
Show us
Guide
all of
us.
them again.
Can you
Let's
make
see,
them
which
larger?
one would we pick?
Can you see
Can we
it?
see all of them again? Can we see all of them?
Yeah,
All
I'm
together?
gonna go through all of them.
No, I meant like the whole
together.
row of them. Like the folder view.
Oh,
Like him.
hold on.
Because
I
I
have-
think we've seen them all, so I just wanted to see what's
Larger?
left.
Yeah, hold on.
Bridge or something. Guys, this is so freaking hard. I'm imagining these people,
Oh.
and I'm like, if I was on the other side, I'd want to kill some of us. It's freaking hard.
Okay, then the other option is that everybody's a winner.
No, that's not life, unfortunately, right?
Participation trophies.
That's not life. But anyway,
Ah,
whoever
very nice.
There you go. That's
whoever
good.
hears shitty talk, let that just be some advise you to get ahead. I
Yeah,
had
but
so many
Pedro,
people.
that's what I'm saying. We're not saying these are bad images
Those are
at
all
all.
the images?
You know,
No.
we're
No,
saying that
but whoever we said something previously, like I don't like, I remember I said a few things. Let that just be an inspiration for power for you.
yeah.
Like, okay,
I mean, even
guys,
the ones that,
I'm
even the
sorry.
ones we've eliminated.
It is my
I know
I know
job.
which ones I would
It is
remove.
my job to drive a little bit the conversation so that we can be productive about this. If I look at these images on the thumbnail,
That's the best way.
I can honestly recognize the only image that doesn't qualify to be in the top 10. And it's an image that you guys seem to be all saying yes to. But now, in retrospective, if you compare it to the other images,
I know.
it
It's
doesn't...
what I said, right?
Yeah. So I
But
let
there
you
are
guys
two-
decide. I really don't want to bias
There are
you.
two for me that I could remove right now.
Which ones?
Yeah, but
Just say it.
for me, it's the second one and the fourth one. I don't like either one of those images in
So,
this group
this
of top
one
10, but
and this
it
one.
doesn't matter because
What about
No,
you guys?
those are really good, man.
I think they're good also.
For me, how many do we need to remove?
One.
One.
all
I
of
think
them.
so. I'm sorry.
Well,
Gonna
now
kill me.
one. Then we have to delete four.
Yeah, we just need to move
four.
one right now.
For me, it's the third one also, because I think it's the only one missing a story
I actually agree.
right now.
Okay. I can see that.
I mean, the quality is amazing. It's fantastic, but I feel I have to stand by what
It's
I
just that little
Okay, so what are you guys talking
something.
about? Number three?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Jose,
agree.
what do you think?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, I mean, I'm. It's fine. It's done.
Guys, congratulations. These are the top 10. Let me just quickly copy them.
Fabio. I'm gonna run away for 1 second. I'll be right back. You guys
Sure.
can go ahead and look at the image you need to remove, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's gonna get interesting. Because now we need to pick one image each that we think it's not going to make the top 10. And we need to justify the why. But we need to be quick because I would like to really have Jason until the end. If we cannot have him,
Yeah.
that's fine. We can...
Oh man, this is. I don't
Do
want
you want
go
me to
first.
open
Can
this
you-
in a better viewer?
No, dude, this is perfect to be honest. If you have thumbnails, I can.
Like this, a little bit bigger because our yeah.
There you go.
I have to choose one.
Like-
Remove.
Yes, just looking at these images, I am 100% in agreement with the decision that you guys have made tonight.
Oh man, I have one.
Tell me.
Damn it. Come on, Pedro.
Don't you usually go in
Let me
order?
see.
So who? Don't you usually pick like a person and they remove something? Is that usually how it works?
Hold on a sec. Let me just see if I am in the right folder. Yes, I'm in the top 5. There you go. So let me open
10
this.
items.
Dude, this is so difficult.
Top 5. There you go.
Thought you
Here
guys
we are.
start removing already.
Yeah, that's where the big responsibility lies.
Exactly. So let's do this.
Hey Fabio, can you make the fifth one bigger for a second? I'm just having trouble remembering
Which one?
that was.
The fifth one, this one?
The fifth one. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, yeah. Okay, now I remember. I just couldn't quite see it in the thumbnail.
Michael, we're old people. This comes with the age. Welcome to over 30.
Should I just go first? I don't know who's going first.
Go first.
Go. Be my guest.
First is the best position to be.
I'm gonna be the fifth one.
That's true. That's actually
It takes balls to go
harder.
fifth. Michael.
I'll go whatever place you want. For me, it's the second to last one.
Second to last one. This
amazing, powerful image, but I just think not as strong a story as the other ones.
Okay.
This one, Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, this is.
Yeah. So there's another rule in this for me in this round is that there's no complaining. Nobody can complain if your favorite image gets removed.
Okay.
Rosé.
This is how hardcore it is.
This is super hard. I don't think that I'm able to express.
Yada. Which one do we delete?
Third.
Really?
Yeah. Now sometimes it's the one that it's working.
When I see it as a thumbnail, I kind of agree seeing it as the thumbnail. Like
It needs more color in the cube or different color to make it separate.
Which one? Which one?
The third.
the Fabio t-shirt.
This one?
Oh
You just killed a part of Fabio's
Yeah, but I
soul.
think I'm saying.
And I think the funny thing is I think we're gonna get down to my time to choose, and it's gonna be the other one that Fabio really liked.
Rosé, which one? It's the one that you love. Tell me which one is the one that you love. I'm gonna kill it.
I want the t-shirt though.
He's out for vengeance.
T-shirt, it will be perfect.
Okay, who's next? Pedro, you gonna go next?
Oh man, I'm still trying to decide. I'm still. Shall I kind of do I say my mental thing or do I just shut up and choose one?
You choose and then you say why.
So think about it, Pedro. You have to, essentially, you can already look at these and start to think, okay, what's my 1, 2, and 3? Basically, it's not going to be one of those, and it's going to not be in the top 5. So, of your top 5, so you can decide which one is out from that. I know it's hard.
I'm gonna say Jake Williams, and I'm gonna justify why. Although the image is really, really amazing, I feel if I have to look at the other ones, I have my top 3 already, and that doesn't fit in my top 3. That's a good excuse.
Okay.
Just because of that, but I
my
think
top 3.
It's
Okay.
because it doesn't fit my top 3.
I said,
Right.
I love you. Oh, it's better than
Jake,
By the way, you're not
congratulations.
You're not flushing anyone.
No, come on.
Sorry?
You haven't flushed a
I
single
don't
person.
think that Jake. Did you want to have a flush?
Last video you flushed like 30 images. And there
why
wasn't
I haven't heard one flush.
The last time you flushed, I didn't hear it. So
Okay, I think that you will have to flush the judges at the end.
I have the music for the end of the show.
Okay.
okay, is it my turn to delete?
I think so.
Go, Jason.
Okay.
I know.
I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna say the one from Dorka. It's an amazing image, but I feel like from what I see in front of me here, it's for me not a top 5 this time.
I actually agree, to be honest. Okay.
You're killing me.
Jose has Jose chosen? Sorry, have I blacked out or something? Did you choose Jose?
Yes,
She did, yeah.
the dead mouse,
man.
Fabio.
She chose to.
Yeah.
Cute-
Oh man, I
cute
just
mouse.
zoomed out. I'm like,
It's my turn, and I think that the image that needs to go.
Do you have a drum roll?
Juan Carlos, you stay.
like a reality TV show. Do a big pause.
You should have went
Guys-
to a commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be back in
Fine.
30. Hans, you made a great image, but I think this is, for me, not as good as the others. Really great job, but I think that the others have done incredible work. And if I look at the thumbnail, I think that yours is a little bit of the weaker one of them all. Sorry, man. Guys, these
Okay,
are our top 5. Now, congratulations to Andras, Angelo, Michael Ko, Juan Carlos Ramos, and Tommy Smithee for being in the top 5. Now, guys, we will have to vote our top 3, and we will actually vote for the 5th and 4th. Jason is going to explain you how to do it.
So basically, I have gotten my I've got my supercomputer. It's ready to go. Everything's lined up. I'm gonna put my numbers in. This is what we're looking at. Okay.
Okay. Do we have to do the circles on top too?
Yeah, I was just doodling earlier. A little bit. Yeah. So, no. Anyway, so the way we're gonna do it is you go look at the images and give me the number that you would associate with each one, 1 through 5. Your order.
Okay.
Just give me your order, but in the order you see them on there. So if it's like 5, 2, 1, whatever, do it like that. And Rosea, are you ready to go first?
No, give me 2 minutes. 1 minute.
Okay, you guys take a minute if you need it. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do I need to write it
Pedro,
down? or
tell
can I
me.
just tell you?
Do I tell you?
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog is just going crazy.
Just in the order there on the screen, the numbers. Yeah. Which order you would give them?
So, which order I would give?
Like
from
1
left-
through 5. Your first.
From this
your
one
first,
to this
the
one.
5th? Yeah. So
from
the
this
first
one to
image,
this one.
Okay.
what order?
So for me, I can tell the one first to 5th, right? I tell you that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so number 1, the winner for me.
No.
Go start with the image on the left and tell me what number that is for you. Like that. That's the way to do it for me, so I can write it down.
What number to? Like,
Yeah. So if
like,
the first one
is
is
it your
5th,
second place one? Is it your 4th place one? In that order,
Okay,
you know what I
and
mean.
for me, that is first one.
The first one is number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. The second image.
Second for me is number 2.
Okay.
He's Mike. Great work. Number 5, unfortunately.
Okay.
But you did a great job. And top 5 is amazing. This should be 3.
Okay. And then another was number 4. Yeah. Okay. Mike, you ready? Michael?
Sure. So that one I would have as 3.
Okay.
And then 4.
All right.
And then 5.
Okay.
And then 1 and 2.
Okay. Rosie, are you ready?
Jose.
Yes. Rosé. So first one will be my number 1. Or the number 1 will be the first, whatever.
Yep.
Second will be the 4th.
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
Second and 3rd.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. You've got 1 through 5. That's good. So give me a second because I have to think about this too.
Jason, say yours as well.
Yeah. Let me just think about it for one moment and then.
Dude, 109 minutes ago. We're going for like 2 hours.
It always
That's
takes
crazy.
2 hours, right?
Does it feel like 2
So-
hours though?
For me, the order is the first image is number 1. Second image is number 5. Third image is number 4. The fourth image is number 2, and the last image is number 3. So let me add these up real quick, and then we'll have you guys talk amongst yourselves.
So, what are your plans for today, guys?
I'm still thinking about Rosa deleting Dead Mouse.
And you deleted Jake Williams. So we are even.
I'm making space on my friend
Oh,
list
I like-
for
I
Dario
really like your
Piñat.
video. I'm on it, but
Me and Dario
Okay.
are going to start
got
a
the
t-shirt
numbers.
collaboration.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes! I would
Okay, I've got
put
the
the
numbers
first
here.
color on it.
You guys ready?
Let's
I
start
don't
with
know
the
dollars,
fifth
but
one.
okay. Yep.
Okay, 5th place is going to be the third image from Michael.
Woo!
Great job, Michael. You made the top 5. Can't remember if you made the top 5 another time. Did he make the
Woohoo!
top 5 another time? I don't remember.
I think
Good
so.
job. Number 4 is going to
Well
be
done.
the second image
Angelo?
from
Okay.
Angelo.
Well done, Angelo.
Congratulations, Angelo.
Amazing work.
In third place, it's going to be the last image from Tommy.
Okay.
Congratulations,
Well
Tommy.
done, Tommy. That's third. That deserves a.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Good job.
You got to make drum roll.
Number 2, and then, of course, number 1, I think was pretty obvious from the votes we gave. But number 2 was going to be the fourth image from
Juan Carlos.
Carlos.
Woohoo!
And then number 1 is the first image from Andras.
Andras,
It's an amazing
congratulations.
Black and gold, baby.
So I love it because
Well, you, guys,
you kind of
guys,
adding back to
read the
my
chat.
videos, so I'm super
read the,
happy.
read the
Yeah.
chat. Read the chat. Ah,
What's going on?
this is amazing. Timon. Timon from our team submitted under Tommy Smith, which makes perfect
No,
sense. John Smith, right?
Pedro, did you know this?
I mean, is it
I
true?
swear I didn't know this. I read twice. I saw my name flash up, and I'm like, "What?"
I love it.
I
So
thought it was-
the thing is, Fabio,
No,
it will be very
wait.
complicated to make it anonymous, but I encourage everyone to do it under another name.
he sent me. What was it?
That's funny.
That's incredible. He sent a message previously saying, "One day I have to participate in this." Like, you check the chat.
That's
So
amazing.
congratulations to
That's
everybody.
amazing.
It's amazing.
Congratulations, guys.
Guys, really, congratulations. For this week, as I told you, we have beautiful prizes. I'm going to get in touch with the winners so that the winners can decide the prize that they want. Let me just make sure that I have the right prizes because for this week,
So,
I love
Fabio-
reading the comments. I'm
Fabio-
sorry.
yes.
And everyone here, I want to just say I really appreciate you guys, doing this with us, and Fabio again for having me here, because I have to actually run. It's Mother's Day. We're gonna have dinner now, so I thank everybody for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you next week. I'll be there
Yeah.
again, hopefully, if Fabio allows.
You have
Jason,
1
thanks a
minute
lot.
left. It was perfect
The
timing.
arguments.
1 minute left.
Yeah.
So,
It was
but yeah, thanks
amazing.
a lot, guys. I had a lot of fun.
Jason, thanks
It
a
was
lot.
amazing.
And enjoy
you,
Mother's
Jason.
Day.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Dude, good night.
Bye.
I'll watch the end later.
Okay.
All right, guys. So
I'm
for,
gonna talk about you.
Yeah.
for the winners,
Congrats,
we have
man.
one license of
Well done.
Gaia, which is this software from Quad Spinners. It's an incredible software for designing terrains. Then we have 200 euros of assets from our friends at Laubwerk. And then we have Friendly Shades. They're putting up 2 kits of their textures, which are worth around $400. And so thanks a lot to everybody who participated. I'm going to get in touch with the winners so that we can distribute the prizes. A couple of things. First of all, congratulations to everybody who has submitted. You guys have done an incredible job. Now that the judges have been... basically, you guys, this is the first time on talking about a competition on this channel. You watched some of the shows that we did, so now you know what it feels like to be in the show. It's a very difficult process. That goes to explain the fact that, you know, we had to make a selection of these 5 images. It doesn't mean that the work that you have done might have been bad. It just means that we had to make a selection for the sake of the game. Now, with that said, tomorrow there's going to be a new announcement. So if this is your first time here, make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss it. We're going to probably move the winner's announcement one day later, because a lot of people that are on the other side of the hemisphere, they get to have the deadline one day before everybody else during the weekend, and so they lose a day over the weekend to be able to work on the project. And so we're going to move this basically 24 hours forward, so it's not going to be a Sunday evening, it's going to be a Monday evening, so that a lot more people have the chance to submit in time. With that said, judges, thanks a lot again for being here. It was a pleasure. I really hope that you had fun. I hope you did.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It was a lot of emotions.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Can you collect the Instagram of the winners? We'll post it on Design Morphine, so it could be good like boost for this as well.
I have to get in touch with them. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Actually, I'm gonna make a post later asking people to leave their Instagram under the images. What else did I want to say? I wanted to say something important.
Well done.
Fabio, if I can say one thing
sure.
For a moment. I just want to say that there was a lot of very good images left, even in the first selection.
Yeah.
The 23 images was just a small bit of the incredible work that we've seen with all the entries.
Yeah.
It was very hard to me to pick up the 10. So
I really enjoyed this.
I think that I left a lot of images out. So.
I mean, most of them better viz quality than I could produce. Yeah, I mean, they were just so good.
Yeah, just really freaking good. That's frightening me to participate in this because it's so good. I'm like, maybe if I do something, it will.
You can go under an alias. You can go under an alias.
You know what's funny?
Actually.
So if you lose, you don't have to worry about it.
You know what's funny, Mike? We actually, I spoke with the guys, Lucas and Timon, who generally do the art jam, and I said, you know what, guys? We should do it under a pseudonym. We should do it like so no one knows
so what's
it's
your
us.
idea?
So if we lose, no one knows. If we win, we can say, guys, it was fair, it was us. and Timon just said that. And I mean, one thing I just want to apologize. Congratulations to Andres, because I don't know if I saw the Timon thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? What? And I forgot everything. I want to say congratulations to him. I really enjoyed meeting Michael. Jose, I already know. And I enjoyed having contradictory opinions. And I hope you forgive me. I'm a fiery beast. But that's how I live and roll. And I honestly had a ton of fun, dude. I forgot everything that's going on for like 3 hours. 2 hours.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Guys, let me just say, you know, it really helps if you share these videos with your communities, with your contacts, because I wanna bring more people on the competition. Next week, we're going to have licenses from 3ds Max given to us by Autodesk. The prices are getting meaty. And so, you know, these competitions are growing, but they can only grow if you guys from the community decide to help them grow. And so, again, thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Thanks a lot, everybody, for taking part. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Actually, in a couple of days, I'm going to have a project discussion with the finalists. I don't think that I'm going to invite Andras because he was on the show already last week. But, you know, we give the space to some young upcoming talents to talk about their art. And this is also one thing that I want to do with my platform, to give a chance to young artists to be able to show their work and get a little bit of the, so to say, good exposure, right? Because there is the good and the bad. But anyway, once again, thanks a lot everybody for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Tomorrow there will be a new render announcement. Thanks a lot everybody for watching. Guys, judges, don't go anywhere. I'm going to say goodbye to you in a second. I'm just gonna stop the stream. This was a lot of fun, and I'm blessed to be surrounded by people like you guys. Thanks a lot, guys.
Congratulations, guys, to everyone.
Congratulations, and thank you for everything to everyone.
Next week's a teapot.
Please,
You'll be surprised.